What's going on, family? Now remember about 14 months ago when I said this?
Although I still don't consider myself a Juggalo.
Well, times have changed, and I am totally a Juggalo. And within that Juggalo world, I go by SideQuesT. One word, capital S, capital Q, capital T. And you're probably thinking, Danny, how did you find your way here? Well, let me explain. So I've listened to ICP at least passively since high school. In fact, in one of my earliest vids, when I'm going to the fair with my friend Lester, we're blaring the song Ned Game out of the car, and I didn't even think about that until I went back and watched. But at the time, I was in the metal scene, which honestly really helps with the Juggalo makeup when you have prior experience doing corpse paint. But for several years, I avoided Juggalos and gathering of the Juggalos as a whole, for the simple reason that in my area, a good 8 out of 10 Juggalos that existed were very, very racist. Like Nazi tattoo-having, Confederate flag-waving racists. But they all rep Juggalo and ICP. So I just assumed that Juggalos were Nazis. So I just kind of avoided them. Turns out, luckily, that was just my area. I was wrong. I'm sorry. But basically, I lived in a trap house with a lot of friends known as Cemetery House. In fact, there's a good chunk of my videos that were shot in there. And I rep the Cemetery House crew hard. I mean, we even came up with a gang sign, like I was gonna get Cemetery House tattooed on my arms. I was all in on the Cemetery House crew. But it turns out a good 90% of the Cemetery House crew were incredibly two-faced people. And they turned on me and a couple of my other good friends just one at a time. I gotta say, I'm really glad I didn't get no Cemetery House tattoo. But the spirit of Cemetery House, that is really what led me into Juggalo culture. Let me explain. See, Juggalos, on paper at least, have a certain code of conduct, code of honor, I don't know what to call it. So it's really almost one-to-one what Cemetery Crew was supposed to be. After those people, those snakes were turning on me left and right. Guess who was there to pick up the pieces? Guess who was there to fish me out of a dumpster? The Juggalos. So I'm weird because it can be argued that I didn't become a Juggalo because of ICP. I became a Juggalo because of other Juggalos. I just thought they were really, really good people and they took me under their wing and I just fucking vibed with them. I took the Juggalo culture like a fish to water. Supposed to go to the 21 gathering, I didn't, which sucks, I missed Steve-O. Went to the 22 gathering, made a video. Went to the 23 gathering, made another video. Between those 2 times, I got baptized in the Fago Armageddon a whole 4 times. But what really made me take up the mantle, what really made me become SideQuesT, was actually after Gathering 23. I went to one of the shows on Shaggy's Ultimate Groove Tour in Indiana. And see, what happened was, at the 23 gathering, there was this guy, I'm not going to name his name, but he camped with us. And it was his first gathering, and we were just super nice to him. Everybody was super hospitable. We gave him everything he needed. A friend even gave him a free Hatchet Man chain. Well, this dude kind of decided that this culture really wasn't for him. A juff, if you will. If you want to know the definition of juff, it refers to either a fake Juggalo or a Juggalo who's done or does things super fucked up. Well, this guy, despite all of our hospitality, all of that brotherhood we put on him, he decided to make up a bullshit excuse to leave gathering early. Which is fine. It's not for everybody. Not everybody has the fortitude, if you will, for a festival of that caliber. But it's what he did after. He went online and he dragged everyone that was nice to him, said that we're all filthy, fucking, stupid, drug addict scumbags. Well, I didn't appreciate him talking about my new homies that way. So I saw him at this Ultimate Groove show, which, by the way, his ticket was free as well. He got a free ticket off one of my friends. And I went up and I confronted him, ready to fight him. But this guy has never been in a real fist fight in his life. So he backed down immediately and he handed over his chain. That's right. I snatched somebody's chain, and I tell my homies that it was right there in that moment. That is where I became SideQuesT for real. That is where I became a Juggalo for real. I successfully defended a small portion of the community. But that was really like the final straw that turned me. Even before that, here's a nationwide group of people that have roughly the same values that I do, that can party as hard as I can, and get down with all the stupid silly shit too. Like, dude, I was home, bro. They're my family. I am SideQuesT. I've already gotten around so much and met so many people that, you know what it is, I already have haters. Most of those haters are just typical gatekeepers, and I want to address those gatekeepers. Obviously, being someone who was formerly part of the metal community and a kind of a gatekeeper there myself, I'm completely familiar with people just calling people posers. It's been a thing in about every subculture ever. First of all, I know every ICP album. Second of all, I wear official Meron. Third of all, I love me some Fago. Fourth of all, I've been to more than one gathering, and I plan to go to every single gathering as long as gathering is a thing. And I will continue to sleep in my tent on the ground and shit and piss in those nasty porta potties, even if I am offered a better alternative. And fifth of all, I will defend this community wherever necessary. So please tell me, how the fuck am I not a real Juggalo? Is it time related? Is that what it is? Because a lot of you seem to be complaining about new kids. So where is the cutoff point? At what year is it okay before but not okay after to be down with the scene? Or alternatively, is there a certain number of years you gotta be down with the clown to actually be considered legit? I'm baptized in the Fago multiple times over, my guy. I don't even know why I'm bitching at y'all, because honestly, my homies in the scene have been telling me something very important. And that's that most of y'all gatekeepers don't even gather, or likely go to shows at all. I see y'all. I don't know, man. Point is, I have never been around any kind of scene that has welcomed me the way that y'all have, and I appreciate it in my wicked little heart. And no matter how bad some of y'all may hate on me and gatekeep at me, I'm like a case of herpes, motherfucker. I ain't going anywhere. But anyone else watching this who's also down, tell me in the comments, are y'all going to Hollow Wicked? Because I'll be there. But to my new family, I say whoop whoop. And if you excuse me, I gotta go hop on Omegle and go get cussed out by teenagers for my face paint. Wicked clowns never die.